Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing GRIXIS Insanity. It's going to be a standard best of one list with average converted mana cost 2.7 with 13 creatures, 22 non-creatures and 25 lands. Now, I decided to make a mid-range pile that's relatively hard to beat and that can take on each and every strategy within the standard best of one ladder. Maybe not cover each and every one for sure, but definitely can come on top, can swing back and end up closing a multitude of games. So this is what I came up with. It's your regular, basically mid-range pile that utilizes planeswalkers, early interaction, removal, and just winning by taking over the value. So within this list, you'll see a combination of cards and a combination of strategy. First of all, it can be a Grixis vampire list, since we're running a multitude of vampires here, thanks to Evelyn, and we're also running a copy of Lord Xander, not more than one copy. I don't want to open with this. I don't want to draw it on turn 3 or anything like that. I want the one copy that I'll rarely see. If I draw it in the late to mid to late game when I have the mana to cast it, fine. If I don't, I really don't care about it, right? So it's a dead card in the beginning 7 turns, so I don't want to see it. So with this list, we're running 1 Bloodchief's Thirst, 4 Voltage Surge, because we're going to have so many ways to make treasures. Artifacts, Bloodtithe Harvester, Voldarian Bloodcaster. We also have Fable of the Mirror Breaker here. And also, we have a multitude of things that we can utilize these artifacts with, like Deadly Dispute, for example, what else? We have also Tezzeret here, and we have Oni Cult Anvil. So 4 Voltage Surge, 1 Bloodchief's Thirst, 1 Test of Talents, mainly for Vanishing Verse. Not that it really hurts us that much, but mainly for Vanishing Verse and mainly for Invoke Despair. So only the one. I'm not gonna run any more counter spells. This is not a counterspell heavy deck. It's quite the opposite actually. It's threat heavy and value heavy as well. So 3 Deadly Disputes to basically utilize these blood tokens or put them to use, draw off of them, and also make treasures or ramp up into our bigger stuff here. Valky here as well is another top end / Tybalt here, and we're running a lot of 2-drop creatures here because we have the perfect 3 mana package here within Obnixilis and Kato. Obnixilis and Kato are super fast planeswalkers that provide a lot of value very, very early on in the game. Usually on turn 3 you'd want to cast these. If you have a Bloodtithe Harvester, you swing with it, you're going to get value off of Kato. If you have a Bloodtithe Harvester, you sacrifice, you're going to get value off of Obnixilis. So these are some very underrated planeswalkers in my opinion. Not so much Kato, because Kato does get used, but Obnixilis has seen a spike and then a drastic decline in its popularity, and mainly because Esper Raffine was very popular, so it was able to go over the top and kill Ob easily. But nonetheless, I still think resolving an Ob against control, against mid-range, resolving an Ob can switch the game around as early on as you resolve it, of course. 1 Oni Cult Anvil. The deck isn't an Anvil deck, but I like the Anvil here, so we can feed the Tezzeret more artifacts that, the 1/1s suddenly become 4/4s thanks to Tezzeret here. Also, we don't have a lot of artifacts in the deck, so the plus on the Tezzeret is pretty much dead, but the plus on the Tezzeret can usually cycle away the lands here, so it's fine, it's still fine. So 1 Oni Cult Anvil, we can, put the blood tokens to use, and it's just an extra drain factor there. Right, it's an extra threat. 4 Bloodtithe Harvesters, like we said, 2 Voldarian Bloodcasters here, provides blood token whenever another non-token creature dies, and we can put those blood tokens to use here, right? So pretty good so far. 2 Meathug Massacres here, 1 Soul Transfer, and the idea behind Soul Transfer is that I wanted some sort of recursion with the list. Also, it exiles, so it deals pretty well with the Titan. It can be fetched with Corpse Appraiser, or can be drawn in multiple ways, whether it's Kato, whether it's Sorin, and whether it's Tezzeret, whether you're looting with Tezzeret. So Soul Transfer is mainly here to reoccur our planeswalkers and our top end creatures like Xander and Evelyn, and also exile something, right? And since we have Fable here and we have blood tokens, we can usually cast this and choose 2, right? So it's pretty good. Fable here is pretty straightforward, although I don't really like Fable that much. It does help us ramp and it does play an important role, but for me, I like having priority or giving priority to my planeswalkers. So Fable only 3 of, and if, as you can see, we don't run expressive iteration, and that's for a very important reason here. Yeah, you can play expressive iteration in the late game, and it's actually really good, but I just thought the Deadly Dispute would synergize better with the list than the expressive iteration does, and usually you want to play the expressive iteration on turn 3 to gain value, and our turn 3 slot is very strict here, right? There are more things that require priority than an expressive iteration, in my opinion. You can get away with running an expressive iteration, maybe run like play it on turn 5 or 4. Doesn't really always need to be on turn 3. But if it's the only thing in your hand that you really need to find, like a land or a creature, anything that you might need to find off of it, it's going to put your Planeswalkers curve behind, and it's going to put your Fable curve behind as well. So we already have a lot of 3 drops that we need to absolutely cast on turn 3 if we could. So that means we're never basically casting the Expressive Iteration on turn 3. It's a perfect late game card for extra card value, but we have a ton of card advantage within the list that we don't really need Expressive Iteration. So, 2 Corpse Appraiser as a graveyard hate that can also help us fetch a lot of things. It's a 3/3, 3 mana, synergizes well with Evelyn, so why not? 1 Tezzeret. Tezzeret here has been very good for me. I like Tezzeret here as some sort of spice, especially with the one of Anvil here and the blood tokens. Usually I make the treasures into creatures or the blood tokens into creatures, and that's just like a 4/4. Basically for just a -2, which is pretty good. Sorin here also makes a vampire, which synergizes with Evelyn, along with Lord Xander. Valky here is just a very important top end. We have the colors, so why not run a game-ending planeswalker like this? So we have like a planeswalker list here, basically, that also utilizes early creatures, early interaction, relatively low curve, but not really. It's just a lot of low curve cards, let's say, but the deck itself is not really that low curve. So within the mana base here, we're running 2 basics here within Swamps and Mountains: Sokinzan, Takenuma, and Otawara. Hive is going to be our manland, and then the rest is pretty straightforward. So yeah, that does it for the list. The list has been very good for me. Very good for me. I think I lost, the only losses I lost because of this list were basically losses to lands here, in my opinion, because I was not able to find lands. So I went 8-3 with this list. I did play 2 games on my phone just to test it out. I did win both of these games, so technically it's 10-3, but it doesn't matter. This is what I have here for you guys. It's 8-3. I went 8-3. I lost 1 match to a Titan, I think, and then the other 2 I lost to lands. So I mean, if you can count it, a loss is a loss. It's okay. It's a healthy win rate. This deck can easily take you to Mythic, and I've been enjoying it so far. This is the list. I'm a GRIXIS guy, so I love me some GRIXIS colors, right? So and like some you know, planeswalkers as well. So I like this list. I think it's pretty good. I think the days are over when it's just planeswalkers, right? I think those days are very over. I think we're in an era where it's just too fast. It's too fast for these planeswalkers. So you need early interaction, right? You need board presence like creatures, and then you need your planeswalkers to benefit off of your creatures as well. That's why I think cards or planeswalkers like Elspeth and Vivian are exceptionally good when they're paired with creatures, because then you already have a board presence and that can protect your planeswalkers. But if you're just running a planeswalker list and you're just trying to cast them out there, it's not going to work out that well, because creatures are just going to kill them, right? They're very vulnerable, so you need something on board. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the games. The games have been very fun. I've been enjoying this list a lot, actually. I think it's not meta, in my opinion. Of course it isn't. It's just a pile I threw together, and it works very well, right? Everything here has synergy, and I just love it, right? We're synergizing with artifacts and vampires. We're doing our thing here, so it's pretty good so far. You can see a lot of one-offs. It's because I'm trying to put as much reach as possible, and I'm not necessarily relying on one card. We're relying on this just pile of cards that just work well with each other, you know, so it's not a problem here. Yeah, with that being said, enjoy the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, subscribe also if you find any value within my content. Let's continue growing. We're at 1,200 subscribers at the moment. Let's try to reach 1,500 or 2,000. That'd be great for me. Also, that'll help me get to my goal of 10,000 eventually, hopefully. And then, yeah, with that being said, check the links down in the description. Support the channel in any way. Everything is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay? Bye. Huh. Slow. Very slow due to the lands here. So I'm keeping this for sure. Take one of these. Alright. Let's get gaming. This can easily be killed here. Snow-covered mountain. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so no planeswalker, nothing so far. It's fine though. We need to draw better than that. Hopefully we do. Or a fable of our own. Alright, so far it's red. Big red, possibly. Alright, I'm gonna play this. We're gonna pass. Alright, it's possibly big red here. Yeah, they have a lot of lands here as well. So far we haven't seen anything interesting from them. Besides the fable. So Kinzan enters the battlefield. We're getting close to a Goldspan Dragon. Possible Goldspan next turn. Another fable. Interesting. Okay, Frostbite on the Harvester. We make a blood token. Sure. Gonna discard this here. See what we can draw. Now I'm gonna pass. Okay. Maybe I was too hasty with the Voltage Surge here, but I really don't want them to ramp into like bigger things. They just discarded lands, so if they don't draw a land necessarily, they won't be able to play something with 5 mana. So that's why I made the play that I made. And we haven't seen a land so far. Okay, Professional Facebreaker, sure. Yeah, so they're relying on the treasure here. This does seem like it's big red, right? Alright, this phases out. Sure. Okay, see what they got here. Probably another Frostbite, right? Yeah, very interesting. Alright, so next turn they can now start making copies, right? That's fine. So if they have a land Goldspan here, that's pretty good for them. But if not, they can just make a copy of the Facebreaker here. So I guess it's just Fable Wars at the moment. Yep. Okay. Hopefully they attack with both. Yeah, they did. Sure. That's pretty good. They only make 1 treasure here, but they still... well, 2, I guess. Yeah. They still have 4 cards in hand, which is very interesting. Yeah, so they are running dragons here, obviously. And the Kumano. What? Kumano? Interesting. Gonna discard this for sure. Drew another land here. Okay. Make some mana here. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. Or just a -2 here. That's pretty good. So that they won't copy a gold span here. We get rid of their Fable here. Pretty good for us, I guess. Yeah, they draw 3. Another Fable. Yikes. Alright, I think we're doing pretty bad here. We haven't drawn anything besides lands and Fables here, which is... and maybe a Voltage Surge or 2, but yeah. Them having this much pressure here is just putting us in a very difficult spot. But this is a insane draw, right? We're gonna steal that, of course. Alright, I'll have that. I'll have that for sure. They can mobilize the den, end up killing the Tybalt here. Or a Bloodthirsty adversary. Yeah, they'll kill the Tybalt no matter what here, but this is a sort of play that we absolutely needed, right? Or just do that. Yeah, or just do that. Sure.
Don't try to follow.
Huh. So this is legendary. Do I benefit off of killing it maybe? Alright, so if they're attacking like this, I'm just gonna pass. Another meat hook. I'm just gonna keep the meat hook in hand for now. And I'm gonna pass. Alright, this is problematic. And another Fable, sure. So what is that? Their 4th Fable? Maybe 3rd one? I think the Tybalt definitely turns it around. Bloodtithe Harvester. That's a pretty good draw. But we lose the Bloodtithe Harvester if we meat hook, right? Alright. Yes. Let's play the Bloodtithe Harvester here. Make more blood tokens. So now if we draw a Tezzeret or an Anvil or anything like that, it's pretty good still. Yeah, they discarded then. They need an answer here and that's game. GG's. Pretty good. Alright. Healthy hand here. Relatively healthy. All our colors are bound to one land initially here, but I think we keep this nonetheless. We have Meat Hook, we have Fable. Very mid-rangey hand. A classic, right? Commune with Spirits, interesting. Okay. Death Dutch. That's annoying. Alright, we drew another land, which is pretty good. This is definitely going to be blue. But we're going to play a black source there for a Bloodtithe Harvester on turn 2. Let's see what they decide to play here. Alright, so Forest, sure. Pretty straightforward here. They're not going to attack, they're going to hold this back in hopes of blocking a Bloodtithe Harvester, which we're not going to really like walk into. Let's see. Eventually you can meat hook for 1. If we really don't want to lose that much, but they're playing Selesnya. It seems like either runes or just enchantments in general. Okay, Weaver of Harmony. Interesting. Corpse Appraiser is definitely an interesting one here, but I think we still go ahead and play the Fable here for sure. Alright. We're gonna pass. It will offer the trade anytime we attack with the Harvester here, so we're not in a rush in any way here. We can just set up for a decent meat hook anyway, if they don't deal with the Shaman, that is. Another Weaver of Harmony. It's getting fairly interesting. Alright, Rune of Might. Okay, very interesting. Can double block this. That's the best block for me, right? Since I'm most likely going to meet hook next turn. Depending though, depending. I mean, we can just deal with that, right? We don't really need Ottawa that much. Okay, we drew another land nonetheless. I mean, we can just voltage surge that and hold up the Meat Hook Massacre here. Or we can just play the Corpse Appraiser here and still hold up voltage surge. I do like that. Alright, I'll take the other voltage surge here. Sure. Alright, so we have some decent removal in hand at the moment. We have a decent blocker for the Fang of Shigeki here as well. Yeah, so we didn't really need to be hasty at all when it comes to the Meat Hook Massacre here. We're only running 2 copies anyway, so let's just make it count. I definitely kept the Takenuma when it came to the discard here because we might need to make a play later on in the game. Okay, this is pretty bad for us, right? Really? Yeah, and then they put this... Okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, they use the Weaver of Harmony's effect on the Fang of Shigeki, or they might use it on itself. Yeah, they might use it on itself to dodge a voltage surge here. Yeah, okay. Let's see what they try to do here. Yeah, they target itself, so we can use the treasure here, but man, using 2 voltage surges on a tapped one? Sure, let them have it. That's fine. That's fine by me. Alright. Yeah, they think I won't take the block for some reason, but we already got the value that we needed off of the appraiser here. So it doesn't really matter for me anymore. Alright, another voltage surge. Alright, let's just deal with this now. Before they can copy this. Okay. Play this on black and pass. Nice. So far so good. Alright, let's see what they play. Circle of Confinement. On what? Okay. On the Reflection? Sure. Interesting. Alright. We're not drawing anything significant. I'm gonna crack this out here, I think. Obnixilis is very good for us here. Are they gonna take the block? Pretty sure they won't. That's exactly what I needed. I just needed a Planeswalker here, or something that's gonna provide us with further value here.
I'm not afraid of any of you. My goons will make quick work. Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
I'm gonna keep Takenuma in hand. We have plenty of treasures here. Let's see what they decide to do. Or what they drew here, anyway. So far so good though. So far this sequence of creature planeswalker removal has been very hard for each and every opponent to deal with here. Another visitor is fine. Let's see what they decide to do. No attacks. Of course. Tezzeret. Yeah. Alright.
Defy me, and you'll go ahead. Plead for mercy.
You want to fight?
Alright.
No one's coming to save you.
That has to be very good for us, right? So let's keep applying that pressure. See what they want to do here. They take it. Okay. Huh. Alright, I think we fire it off now, since we no longer need the life gain. That's very interesting. So this so they can kill one of our obs and the Tezzeret, which we can get back. I think I'm gonna kill the visitor here, because this is always going to be at 2-2, right? Sure. How do they get out of this? Even if they attack here, they can't really attack. They need to hold it back to block. Yeah, that's GG's. Nice. Very good so far. Alright. So far it's a Demir hand. So far. This is interesting. I think if we keep this, it's a risk, right? It's always going to be a risk. If we draw a third land though, we still have Bloodcaster, Kato. We are going first, so let's just try this out. So far it's not looking good for us, to be honest. So we just need to... It's Simic though, so they probably have Fading Hopes and stuff like that. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this is not going to be good. We didn't draw a third land. Man, unfortunate. We drew a third land and a red source, that is. Maybe a make disappear or something here. We're gonna replay this and pass. Voltage Surge on it, sure. Gives us a blood token. That's fine. Alright, so we kind of needed it to survive there, to be honest. I'm still going to try to dodge a Jouari here by casting the other one. I'm going to pass. No lands. Very unfortunate. Man, that's just super annoying, isn't it? Okay, they keep one to the top here, that's fine. Hopefully they resolve a Hinata here or something. Gonna do it again here. We do need the creature here to resolve. They might have make disappear, but I'm pretty sure it's just yeah, it's make disappear, sure. Still no lands. We pretty much lost the game, mainly because of the land issues here. Man, that's so frustrating. Very, very frustrating here. Alright, let's see what happens to this. Probably gets Jouari'd here. Yeah, we knew they have it. Yeah, not drawing lands against Jouari's and make disappears is just awful. Really, really awful. Maybe we should have played Valky there, but we needed to risk resolving this. Yeah, not drawing any lands has been awful. So they probably have Prismari Command. Yeah. Wait, what? So they're giving us a treasure token? Really? Yeah. What? Alright, gold span. Nice, thank you for the treasure. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? At least it's a fighting chance here. Oh, yikes, alright.
Get in, get out.
That has to be miserable for them.
On the inside who can help.
And that's game. Wow. That's crazy. Nice. Alright. Of course that was a mulligan, right? Okay. Pretty good. Alright, so Bloodcaster on to... Let's see, they were probably playing mono white. They pass. Sure. We're gonna pass as well. Not gonna play the Corpse Appraiser on nothing here. Let's just kill something here. Brutal Cathar is fine. Okay. This fizzles out, which is pretty good for us. Alright, let's play the the Appraiser here on the Brutal Cathar. We only have one black source, so taking this is a bad idea, right? Taking Sorin against mono white could be pretty good for me here. I think I'm gonna take... I value Sorin more, you know, the more... I value Sorin more, even though the lands would be good even for the Evelyn here, but Evelyn is... Okay, so they exile something. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't take the soul transfer here. So let's see what they want to do here. Yeah, they do take the block here, I think. We are the aggressors now against mono white, which is pretty funny. Alright, we make a blood token here. Gonna play the other black source and resolve a Sorin here. Pretty good. Yeah, not very aggressive, or as aggressive as they wanted it to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have intrepid adversary that can easily be dealt with, which is pretty good. Sure, I'll take another land. Sure.
Blood for knowledge.
Alright, I'm gonna... This is the other blue for Tezzeret eventually, right? Now I'm gonna pass here. See what they got. Maul of the Skyclaves. Really? Pretty good. Yeah, that's game. That's too easy. Too easy. Alright. No turn 2 creature, but we have a Fable and an Ob Nixilis and an Anvil and a Deadly Dispute, so no removal at the moment, which can be very slow here. We're just top decking a lot of lands here, I guess. So they are playing slow, which is very good for us here. Very, very good for us. Alright. Let's put the Anvil down here. It's the only copy anyway. They're playing, tapped Snowlands. Oh, I guess we should have responded. Whoops. My bad. Alright. That's fine. We need the other blue more than the red, right? Yeah. I should have responded, but they're playing Snowlands. Like, I was baffled by not playing a Snow Plains as well. That's a disaster right there, mana-wise. Alright, so all the removal in the world. We're never going to actually resolve a Obnix list here, I think. Again, discard the meat hook here as well. Alright. They might have removal for the Ob anyway, right? Yeah, so this is very, very bad at the moment. They killed the Shaman as well. Alright. I'd hate to resolve an Ob that way, but I guess I'll just make a Devil. So we can benefit off of it with the Deadly Dispute in case they kill the Ob here. Skyclave Apparition. Sure. On the Ob? Yeah, that's fine. It's expected anyway.
Don't think you're some big hero.
Alright, so they're struggling with mana here, which is very apparent. I'd like to keep the Takenoma in hand here. But at the same time, we have Valky, right? So who cares? We also have Deadly Dispute, so we can get to the Tybalt pretty easily here. Yeah, they're struggling with mana. Their mana sucks at the moment, I think. Alright. They're running cards like Rip Apart, which is mostly a sideboard card. It's sorcery speed. There are a multitude of better cards that you can run. And best of one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so it's as good a time as any. This should be game. Unless they have a million. Oh, we took the land off the top from them. Okay. That has to be good. Now that's a steal. Alright, Stormseeker isn't really going to do much here. It's not going to be enough to kill the Tybalt. They're playing Stormseekers, Skyclave Apparition. What is this pile? Nice. That's pretty good. They're almost dead. Almost. They top decked a land. Alright, so this is getting interesting here. Played it on white. Valkmira. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep the Hive in hand here. Drew a lands here. Alright, so if they're thinking that they have a Doomscar or something, I'm gonna play Redain here, yeah. That puts the Doomscar way behind. Alright, so just rack those for now. I'll be down with that. I mean, this is not a hand that you can pass, right? Because even if you top deck a Fable, this hand does a lot. So I'm gonna keep this. If you top deck a Deadly Dispute, if you top deck a Voltage Surge, these are all pretty good, so I'm gonna keep this. Broker's Hideout. Okay. Yeah, we top decked the Fable. Alright, so they fished in a forest here. Maybe it's that landfall deck. Or maybe not. Okay. Harvester on 2, Ob on 3, hopefully. If they don't deal with the Blood Tithe Harvester here. Yeah, it does seem like it's that landfall deck, right? Topiary Stomper, maybe not. Maybe just Simic Ram? Interesting. Well, nonetheless, we're resolving an Ob here, which should be problematic for our opponent there. No blue at the moment. For now, we don't need the Devil.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. So far, so good. We need to resolve the Fable, though. So I guess next turn we're going to... Yeah, they are ramping here. What if it's... what's it called? That one giant, Cyclone Summoner? That's pretty bad. Gotta admit, that's pretty terrible. Alright, so we drew a blue source, which is pretty decent here for us. Yeah, they probably have Fading Hope for the devil anyway.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
Bubble Snare, huh? We have to put the Fable down so that we can ramp into Evelyn or something else, right? But they might have a counterspell here, it's very likely. Yeah, we knew about the Fading Hope here. Okay. We're gonna pass here. Let's see what they do. Alright, so they can attack with their Stomper. Oh, really? Some sort of combo deck with Echoing Equation. Yeah, they're both attacking this. There's no point of protecting it. It's gonna die anyway. So we're gonna let that go through. I'm gonna ditch the Test of Talents here, I think. We drew Sorin. Let's uptick this. See what they decide to do here. Probably lose that life. Oh, they discarded a land. They have Hall. Have a ton of creatures here as well. Can't play Tezzeret at the moment. So this says exile up a momentary creature card from a graveyard. Is that good? So Evelyn could be pretty good here, but not against the Hall. So I guess we need to chump the Hall with the Goblin Shaman here. Evelyn can chump the Stomper here, and then these go in on the Ob. If we play Tezzeret, if we play Sorin here, it's whatever, right? If we play Corpse Appraiser, at least we can trade. Trade, chump. These go on the Ob. Yeah, no matter how I see it, I guess Evelyn here is the best choice for me. But it all depends on their top deck, right? If they top deck a Coma, that's game. They top deck Vorinclex, so of course they did. Of course. Alright, let's just play Evelyn here. Workshop, Warchief, and Soul Transfer. So, that's pretty good. Alright, takes 4. Can we save the Ob? Can't save the Ob against Vorinclex, right? Alright, let's get rid of the Ob. That's fine. Alright. Cancel. So we have an enchantment and this. Okay. Sure. Exile that. another Blood Tithe Harvester. We're going to take the Blood Tithe Harvester here, since we have blood tokens, right? So that we can use it as a kill mechanic here. So Lord Xander and Coma. Wow, we exiled Coma. We're not drawing any lands, which is very unfortunate here. I think they're going to go for the Hall here. Okay. Eight. So we take 15, 18. We play the Workshop War Chief next turn, but we have to get rid of this somehow, right? What do we have in hand that can be pretty good for us? And how do we block here? I think in order for us to not take any extra damage, we have to double block to kill a creature, right? But then that leaves us way behind. We need to draw a little better than that. This is really, really bad. Can't really chomp. I think we have to chomp here. If we're chomping, might as well chomp this, right? Alright, we're not drawing any lands. That's unforgiving, right? I think here we go for the Workshop War Chief. That's our best bet, so we can at least double block with it. 5, 6, 7. We can't block that. We're going to take 8. We have to chomp one of these. They're going to go for the Hall again. I think we have to double block the Hall here. And then take, like, what, 12? Yeah. If they have a Fading Hope, that's pretty bad. Okay, just the land. That's all they're attacking with. That's pretty good for us. This is getting really interesting here. We're down to 6. We make a Rhino. Okay. Fable. 1, 2, 3. This is such a problem though. So maybe we can play Ob and try to gain some life, but we won't gain life unless we sacrifice a creature for it, right? So we can play Valky, sacrifice, gain life, gain 8 life, and try to survive that way. But they attack with everything, which means we have to chump. I think that's our best bet. Or maybe you play the Bloodcaster or the Blood Tithe Harvester. Then we play Ob. We have the mana for it, right? If we play Blood Tithe Harvester, we play the Ob. We kind of need the Blood Tithe Harvester to survive. So what do we do? Alright. Another Cultivator, sure. I think we're going to play Ob here though to try to gain some life. Make some chump blockers as well. Alright. Create a Devil. Gain 2 life. That puts us at 8 and we're not attacking. Yikes. Okay, if they draw any combat trick card, that's pretty much game. We need to find a way to deal with this Pugilist here. The rest can easily be chumped. Evelyn has been doing a great job so far. Okay, has Vigilance. That's not a problem for us. I think they attack us here, right? they're going in. Very interesting. We kill this, we chump this, and we die, right? We have to block with Evelyn. Can we block with Evelyn? Do we need Evelyn anymore? It has coma, but we take 3. That leaves them with 2 creatures. And that leaves us with 1. What's our follow-up looking like? Not as good. Okay. Okay, we finally drew another land here. Alright, we play Sorin, play the Blood Tithe Harvester, and hope that the Harvester survives. Still, with the Harvester, we can't really kill any of their creatures here. Alright, they drew another land. They're still trying to go for the onslaught here, so they attack all in. Alright, so this is our opportunity to kill this. We can chump this, but that does a pretty good job for us here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They won't be dealing enough here. That's 4. 7 toughness. Alright, that leaves us with 1 creature, right? 1, 2, 5, 9 toughness, so they can't trample that, right? So we can take the rest of the damage here. We can definitely take the rest of the damage here, I think. They can't trample 5, 9 toughness. They can't. And then that leaves the devil open so that we can gain life with the obs next turn, right? Alright, pretty good. Let's gain some life. Let's drain them more. And, so they run Vorinclex. That's pretty scary, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. Gonna sacrifice the Sorin. We're not in a position where we need to look at the top of our deck and die, potentially. So over here, I think we just play the Fable and hold up the Voltage Surge. Yeah. Titan of Industry. Yikes. Okay. It's expected. But what are they going to do with the Titan? Gain life. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. On the Fable. That's fine. And make a 4/4. Yeah, they need to kill us off, right? Alright, so if we deal 4 damage to that, what do we block it with? I guess one of the vampires here? Deal 4 damage, that's not enough, is it? Yikes. Alright, so we messed that up. That's fine. Alright, we need to gain life. That's very, very important. We can kill the Titan, chump one of these. Yeah, we can definitely kill the Titan here. I think we just pass here. Yeah. Chump this with the devil, kill the Titan. Good game. Okay, chump this with the devil. Okay. GG's. Wow, that was close. Holy, we actually managed to get that? That's crazy. Oh, that was crazy. Man, that Vorinclex put the fear of God into my heart, right? But we were so lucky to get the, what's it called? The soul transfer. Holy.